According to recent reports, Prince William's decision about the future of the royal family has moved King Charles to tears. A source close to the palace shared that William's unexpected choice regarding the monarchy's future path has deeply affected Charles. Royal families often find themselves in the spotlight due to their internal dramas, from lavish weddings to hidden family conflicts. However, this new turn of events, Prince William's unexpected decision, has left Charles feeling betrayed. The British monarchy, which has existed for countless generations, may undergo significant changes due to Prince William's choice. In this article, we'll examine the relationship between King Charles and William, the background of the situation, and its potential emotional impact on them. We'll also discuss the monarchy's role in society throughout history and how this new development might affect its future. The British royal family is known for its power, rich history, and great responsibility. For centuries, kings and queens have carried this heavy burden, often showing wisdom while enduring emotional hardships. When King Charles ascended to the throne following Queen Elizabeth's death, the British people hoped he would continue her legacy of stability and dedication to duty. However, Charles's reign has proven challenging. He has faced personal scandals and family troubles. Some view him as a transitional figure between the old and new styles of monarchical rule. But no one could have foreseen what followed Prince William's shocking announcement that shook the foundations of the royal family. Being king involves more than being in the spotlight. Over the years, Charles has worked diligently to maintain a positive image and handle media attention. In the public eye, he's seen as someone who can understand their feelings and takes their expectations seriously. There's much discussion about his relationship with his son, Prince William. They've had both warm moments and periods of tension. William was raised in the traditions of succession but has chosen his own path that could alter the course of the monarchy. For the first time in history, Prince William has made a decision that could forever change the face of the British monarchy. After numerous rumors, the truth has finally emerged. William aims to modernize the royal family, making it more streamlined and contemporary. He intends to reduce the pomp and ceremony that have long been integral to royal traditions, believing the monarchy must be more relevant and useful in today's world. As more people question the royal family's role in society, William believes that reducing the family's size would help restore public trust in the monarchy. He plans to focus on key issues and reduce the number of royal appointments, supporting fewer but more impactful charities. Through this, he hopes to make the monarchy more effective and meaningful. King Charles was deeply saddened by this decision. He believed that the grandeur and history of the monarchy were fundamental to its identity and saw William's action as a betrayal of all his principles. For Charles, the ceremonial role of the royal family was an essential part of British culture, and the thought of reducing its grandeur and ceremony was unacceptable. William's decision has placed the monarchy at a crossroads. While it has faced challenges before, this time is different. The royal family must decide whether to adapt or become a relic of the past. Historically, the monarchy has managed to adapt to change, balancing tradition with progress. But recently, it has struggled to keep pace in a world dominated by social media and divided public opinion. Some still see the monarchy as a powerful symbol, while others view it as outdated and unnecessary. William's decision to streamline the monarchy reflects societal changes. He believes the monarchy must evolve to remain relevant. However, these changes come with challenges, and not everyone agrees with them. The decision has sparked debate within the royal family. Some, like Prince Harry, advocate for a more modern monarchy, while others, like Princess and maintain traditional views. King Charles cherishes tradition and doesn't want to lose the monarchy's grandeur, but he understands William's desire to preserve it for future generations. We're witnessing a turning point for the British monarchy. Uncertainty and change lie ahead. William aims for a simpler monarchy aligned with modern values that could appeal to younger generations. A more open and accessible monarchy could also help avoid the scandals that have plagued the family in recent years. Prince William is confident his new approach will increase the monarchy's popularity and help it endure in today's skeptical world. He recognizes the need to adapt the royal family to public expectations and is therefore willing to experiment. William believes the monarchy must become closer to the people and move with the times. However, modernization carries certain risks. Too much modernity could strip the royal family of part of its mystique. Society has grown accustomed to traditional pageantry and ceremony, and their disappearance could undermine public interest in the monarchy. Despite this, William is convinced the attempt is worth making. If it fails, there's always the option to return to the previous ways. He sincerely hopes for success, wanting the monarchy to maintain its influence and significance. While William's drive for modernization might strengthen the monarchy's future position, it comes with specific dangers. Such radical changes could have long-term consequences, not all positive. His decision has already caused unrest among royal family members. For instance, Princess Anne might feel sidelined, and King Charles's reaction is just the tip of the iceberg. These internal conflicts could further divide the family, similar to what happened after Prince Harry and Meghan's departure. William aims to protect the monarchy, but his actions might lead to unforeseen and unwanted outcomes. The monarchy's fate depends on public support. While young people might approve of the modern approach, older generations may view it skeptically. Public opinion will ultimately determine the monarchy's survival. Weakening the monarchy could negatively impact its relationships with Commonwealth nations and fuel Republican sentiments in Britain. Public attitudes are indeed mixed. For instance, a Labour Party advisor, a senior aide to Foreign Secretary David Lammy, expressed doubts about Prince William's necessity for the country. Ben Judah, known as Lammy's brain, was accused of anti-British views and Republican sympathies after his bold statements. Royalists believe Judah diminished the role of the Commonwealth, which Queen Elizabeth held dear and which Charles and the British government, led by the current Prime Minister, are trying to preserve, as evidenced by their recent joint attendance at the Samoa Summit. In 2022, the official wrote, "We pretended, along with her, the Queen, and for her sake, that the Commonwealth was real. We played at love and loyalty to her and to us in countries we conquered and lost, that we were still a great power, and that she ruled, if not an empire, then at least its legacy." As she aged, barely fitting into her outfits, it became clear that governmental regalia wasn't enough to maintain this illusion. For this seditious thought, the Foreign Secretary's aide was accused of sympathizing with monarchy opponents. However, Ben Judah didn't stop there and suggested that William would never achieve the same influence and respect his grandmother enjoyed. After Queen Elizabeth's death, Judah wrote, "This week the Queen caused a sea of tears. But can we imagine the same happening with Prince William in a few decades? Looking at him, I get the impression he's just an ordinary West London resident. But isn't this what the heir is aiming for, trying to make the monarchy more human, open, and relatable to the general public?" Seemingly, the official said nothing offensive about the heir. Times have changed, and monarchs no longer inspire the same almost divine reverence and worship. What will happen in 50 years remains unknown to everyone. About Charles, Ben Judah said, "The king is not a stupid man. The big-eared tabloids have known all his life there was nothing sacred about him. Who would deny this?" However, royalists were outraged not so much by the content of the statements but by the fact they were made public. Those who questioned the royal family's inviolability were immediately labeled as destroyers of British history, traditions, and national identity, as monarchy, according to conservatives, is woven into the genetic code of every Briton, at least of the older generation. As a result, criticism fell not only on Ben Judah but also on Foreign Secretary David Lammy himself. Former Conservative leader Sir Ian Duncan Smith remarked in his interview, "Given David Lammy's frequent absurd statements, it's not surprising he chose such an advisor." These remarks are characteristic of the Labour left. They despise the country they live in, its history, and everything associated with it. In response to the growing scandal, Foreign Office representatives rushed to defend the minister and his aide, finding in 4-year-old archives an article by Ben Judah where he wrote that Prince Charles will make an excellent king. Judah's friend claimed that Ben isn't a Republican but was simply pondering whether William or any other of Elizabeth's descendants could reach her level. The Foreign Secretary himself, during Charles's visit to Australia and Samoa, publicly expressed his admiration for the king by posting a touching social media message. "When I was a child, my mother adored the royal family. Her Majesty the Queen's life and service became a model of values that unite our country and society. His Majesty the King continues this tradition of service. The British monarchy is going through challenging times. The King's illness, William's push for modernization, and complex family relationships all create an atmosphere of uncertainty. The fate of the crown hangs in the balance, and only time will tell which path the royal family will choose. What do you think? Are William and Catherine ready for the burden of royal power? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on the latest news from the royal family.